We're back.
Hello, everyone. We're back. I bet some of you thought you would never see the day, but Happy Hour with Heather and Guest has returned.
Yes. After a year hiatus,
Yeah.
we are finally back.
And you may notice we're also in the same location. So a lot has changed, and it's all good.
Yes. It's been quite a year. You probably are curious why we were on hiatus for so long.
Well, so in 2023, I moved in with my parents to take care of my mother who had been diagnosed with ALS, and I became her primary caregiver. And over time, it had become more and more difficult for Heather and I to do the show and for me to stay 100% involved with everything. So ultimately, we decided together that it would be better to put it on pause. And then the opportunity presented itself, now that I live in the Midwest and much closer to Heather, that we could resume the show and do it in person, which I think is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to use a similar formula as we did for the previous episodes. Things are going to be a little bit different since we're together in the same location. So we're going to start off by reviewing music from two bands who've submitted albums to us. The first is Afghan Haze, and the second is Rat King. So Heather and I are going to listen to a track from Afghan Haze, which we'll both discuss, and then she will review the album. And then we'll do the same thing with Rat King. We'll both listen to a track, and then I'll review the rest of the album. And then we will move forward with suggestions of music that we've been listening to.
And we're going to call this the heavy episode because both of these bands are incredibly heavy.
Yes. Okay, so this track is called Coffin Burners.
Yeah.
And it's off of Afghan Haze's Sermons of Filth and Disgust.
Yes.
All right, within the first 10 seconds, I'm sold.
I like how this starts out a little slower and cool effect on the vocals.
Mm-hmm. At any moment now, I'm waiting for the dam to burst.
Yeah.
Here we go.
There it goes. Gradually getting heavier.
But it's not too oppressive. I like that. It's not like clubbing you over the head.
Yeah. Nice repetition right here. Yeah. The bass is isolated and cool bass line there. Then it gets real heavy, yeah. Then it really kicks in. Sounds like something's being unleashed.
Yeah. What a great track.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how it slows down again towards the end. Great song.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I thought the riff was incredible and how heavy it is, but it's not oppressively heavy.
Yeah.
And I really liked how it sort of bucked the traditional verse, chorus, verse type thing. It just was like its own.
Yeah.
I thought the bass breakdown was awesome, and I liked how it did incorporate a tempo change.
Yeah. It's a little bit, that song's a little bit different than a lot of the other songs on the album. So that's kind of nice too.
Well, I would say Coffin Burners is an excellent jam. What a way to return back to the show.
Yeah. All right, so this is Afghan Haze, Sermons of Filth and Disgust. It was released August 6, 2025. And the last episode we did before we went on hiatus was in July of 2025. We're going to spend the next few episodes catching up on music that was sent to us for review. And I'm sorry that it was Sorry that everything this is so late, but we are getting to it. Thank goodness. And I hope you'll understand. But we have to discuss awesome music, even if we're way behind schedule. If you're not familiar, Afghan Haze is a great band out of Connecticut, and they're very heavy. We're big fans of Afghan Haze and big fans of heavy music. So we're definitely coming out swinging with this episode. You have to read the lyrics when you listen. The first song is Copperheads, and it's amazing. And one of the lines in the song is cells disabled as toxins flow, tissue eroding as prey slows. Wow, this is metal. Incredibly sludgy. I didn't think it was possible to get any heavier, but the next song is called You're Marked, and I could actually feel that song in my chest. And you have to keep listening because it gets better. I would say enjoy the cover art while listening to The Butcher. On Bandcamp, it says it was painted by Needles, and the artwork is fabulous, and it's also very interesting. And it's something that you can look at for a long time and pick out little details. I like how Hog's Breath is a little slower and doomier, and they describe the bar scene perfectly. Phoebe's a shorter song that goes hard, and it's about abandonment and abuse. And then Coffin Burners, incredible, and we talked about that when we listened to that one together. The closing song is called Hammers and Wolves, and it just pummels you. It's so heavy. The guitars, drums, and strong vocals are incredibly heavy. It might let loose some powerful emotions that you may be feeling. I was blown away by this album, and I think it will get you fired up for sure.
By the way, now that I'm here with Heather and I can see her notes, I want you to know that she actually wrote down the phrase metal as fuck.
I didn't say it, though.
But she didn't say it.
But I did write it.
She did write it out. So those of you in Afghan Haze, I want you to know that Heather thinks your music is metal as fuck.
And it is.
It is.
Yes.
Okay, so before we go to Rat King, we'll finish up with Afghan Haze, who, is just an incredible band from Connecticut. We also wanted to pay our respects to two members who have passed away from the band. I want to make sure that I get their names correct when I pronounce them, but Randall Colburn and Eric Barrett. These are awesome guys. The whole band is awesome. We really dig their music. And this episode is also about soldiering on in the face of adversity, which brings us to our next band, Rat King, from, I believe, Evansville, Indiana.
Yeah, and who's also faced adversity, and I'm glad we're talking about these bands together, and because they make incredible music against all odds, and that's really the reason that we have this show, is because music is such a powerful way to heal, and through music, and I'm so glad these bands are making this music. It's incredible.
Me too. So, as you might remember from previous episodes, Heather will often do lyrical analysis. I will hone in on the band name and try to find out what the band name might mean. Afghan Haze, I believe, is pretty obvious to most of you out there. It's a strain of marijuana, I believe. Rat King, I was curious about what that means. So it is a rare occurrence when a group of rats become hopelessly entwined together by their tails. So you've got like 6 or 8, 10 rats, their tails get intertwined, and it forms a massive trapped creature. The Rat King, or Mouse King, became a staple of popular culture thanks to the Nutcracker, which featured a Mouse King. So I hope that doesn't take the magic away now that you know the derivation of the name. But anyway, the track I picked off of their album titled Weathered, which came out in 2025, is called Holding Our Own. This one is instrumental, but you'll see us listen to it together and react. But I hope you enjoy it.
Fuzzy guitar.
And you feel like you're in the hold of a ship, with things bending and creaking and giving way.
Mm-hmm.
So I really dug that track. Even though there weren't any vocals, I felt like it told a great story through the news reports. And the guy saying the last time I spoke to him, he said he was holding his own.
Yeah. And I like how they'll get, over the samples. I like how they kind of did the guitar over that. And so you hear the guitar and then you hear him talking about the Fitzgerald No Survivors.
Yeah, I mean, the other reason why I wanted to choose this song was that it was unique, just in the fact that there weren't lyrics. It didn't sound like many of the other tracks, but also the only other time I'd heard somebody mention the Edmund Fitzgerald was the Gordon Lightfoot song, The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, which is sort of like a folk ballad. It was one of the first songs I learned how to play on guitar. So the fact that Rat King can use the same subject matter to make a metal song, which blew my mind.
Yeah, and even though it also shows, this whole album is incredibly heavy, and even, this song without having any lyrics, and it's just the instruments, and it's still it's not as heavy as the other songs, but you can still hear the undertone and the heaviness that they have, and they just do it so incredibly well. It blows my mind actually how heavy everything is on this album.
Yeah, well, the entire album is really good. It's called Weathered. It came out in 2025. Rat King formed in 2016. We've gone through what a Rat King is. These are my notes verbatim. I just have congratulations about a minute in, gate kept 340, Abyss, sort of a bluesy stoner doom, probably my favorite. And for those of you playing a drinking game right now, if you hear the phrase probably my favorite, you will be drunk in a few minutes. A combination of operatic and growled vocals that I thought was interesting. They do have more of the death type vocals on the first few tracks that become more operatic. I said a lot of different metal styles: thrash, death, doom, sludge. And then we get to Holding Our Own, which I wrote just news reports instead of lyrics. My other favorite, Holding His Own, no lyrics, just a sweet jam. Album keeps getting better. Derelict, I keep saying, no, this is my favorite song on the album. And then it ends with a haunting ballad. So really, it's I mean, it is heavy, as Heather mentioned, but there are also some diverse elements in there. There's a ballad. There are different genres of music, so it's definitely worth checking out both Afghan Haze and Rat King.
Yeah, and I think At Best is my favorite song, and that one song we've talked about before. Before we went on our hiatus, we did cover that song, and it's still my favorite. It's a great song.
Yeah, go check it out.
Yeah.
This next section of the show, Heather and I are both going to suggest bands that we think the other person would like. And hopefully you will like them as well.
Yeah, I listened to a band called Gaupa. And they're from Sweden, and they're stoner doom with a folk twist, with lyrics that sound like Bjork, which I thought was really awesome. I thought Andrew would dig that, so that's my recommendation.
Okay.
Gaupa.
Okay, so we are going to listen to, and forgive the pronunciation, Febersvan by Gaupa. I did look up that it is Gaupa instead of Gaupa.
Yeah, it's Gaupa.
But it's pronounced Go-pa.
Which we had to look up.
We did have to look that up. So sort of like a Middle Eastern kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
I can already hear the Bjorkness.
Yeah, very folk-like vocals.
But it does, I mean, it almost sounds like Bjork is singing.
Yeah.
It's that same register.
Yeah.
I never knew that I needed heavy metal Bjork in my life.
Yeah. This is incredible.
I mean, I don't even need to hear her articulate words. She can just...
Really beautiful voice.
Yeah, she can just wail.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah. Very high register.
Yeah. How high can she go? Very high, apparently.
Yes. I like that guitar note just before that.
Oh, yeah. There, it's got that Middle Eastern vibe again.
Yeah, and now it's starting to get a little bit heavier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Great ending.
Absolutely.
That's a good song.
That is a good song. I would definitely listen to Gaupa. I will listen to Gaupa. You've hooked me.
Glad you like it.
Thank you. All right, so the final band we're going to talk about today was not the original band that I had in mind, but when I read the band name, immediately I knew we had to talk about them next. Their name is Margarita Witch Cult. Which was enough to get me interested.
Yeah, and I've never heard of them, so this is going to be a treat.
Yes. So they are from the West Midlands in England, in Birmingham, where Black Sabbath is from. And this album, it looks like they've been releasing music since 2022. This album is called Strung Out in Hell, and it came out last year in 2025. So I thought we would listen to the first track off the album called Crawl Home to Your Coffin. And then we can listen to partially they do a great cover of White Wedding by Billy Idol. So here is Strung Out in Hell by Margarita Witch Cult. The title of the track is Crawl Home to Your Coffin.
I like the name.
Mm-hmm. This is a very much a meat and potatoes track. You know, there's no frills, it's like it's just giving you exactly the sustenance you need in a metal track. A great riff, good backing music, good drums.
The Everlasting Womb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's
like...
it's got some doom. It's got that sort of 70s hard rock bluesy vibe.
Yeah. Crawl into your coffin.
Yeah, the Everlasting Womb.
The Everlasting Womb.
And then a nice little... All right, so that was Crawl Home to Your Coffin. What'd you think?
Yeah, I can see why you like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and this is White Wedding. We'll just listen to the beginning of it. So
Yeah. Yeah, much heavier version of White Wedding.
Well, I didn't know that it was a remake until you hear the lyrics.
Yeah.
I mean, this is nothing like the original.
I can hear it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah.
I like his voice.
Oh, yeah.
Start again.
It's a nice day for a white wedding. It's a nice day to... Yeah, when I first saw that there was a track called White Wedding, I was like, oh, that's cool. That title's been taken before, and then all of a sudden I was like, wait, what?
It's a remake.
It's a remake of Billy Idol.
That's cool.
That is really cool. Well, it feels good to be back in the passenger seat. I wouldn't be driving because I don't have a license.
Yeah.
So I'd be a good navigator, though. Heather's behind the wheel, and I'm riding shotgun. But it feels good to be back. These were some awesome bands we listened to.
Oh, man. Yeah. It couldn't... Honestly, to come back for this episode, I think it's perfect.
Yeah, and I'm definitely going to check out Gaupa and Margarita Witch Cult. Both bands you should be listening to, as well as Afghan Haze and Rat King.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is just the beginning. We're back. And we're in the same... Well, I was almost going to say same zip code, but we're not in the same zip... But we're close. Our zip codes are close. So we'll be back with this new mic, trying to get hypnotized.
Yeah. I've been told I'm kind of hard to hear, so hopefully the microphone helps.
Well, we are both thrilled. I'm going to speak for Heather now. We're both thrilled to be back.
Yeah.
This is the time and certainly the place, and this is the music.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in having us review your albums, we're at happyhourhg@gmail.com, and we'd be happy to talk about your music. We'll also be back with our own recommendations.
Yeah.
And
we've got a few more bands that we're going to be talking about. So we're not going to be on any kind of schedule, but we're going to try to do a show as often as we can.
Yeah.
And we're going to be back with some more really great bands to talk about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're excited.
We are excited. Be well, everyone.
Bye.